Hello everyone! Chances are you came across this video because you are either pregnant or birth obsessed. If you are pregnant, congratulations, and if you are birth obsessed, I am right there with you. If you're having a hard time finding a place to start and are overwhelmed by all of the advice out there about what worked for this person but didn't work for that person, then you've come to the right place. Having the labor of birth experience of your dreams is possible if you take the time to prepare yourself before the baby arrives. In today's video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the stages of labor, the last video of our 3-part birth prep mini-series. If you missed part 1 and 2, where we discussed birth plans and comfort measures, go ahead and press pause on this video, head on over to my channel and check those videos out and come right back. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jasmin. I'm a doula, childbirth educator, certified lactation counselor, and mom to one beautiful baby girl. I created this space for families who just needed a place to start. Before we get into today's topic, hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell for alerts on the latest videos. Let's get to it. So what are the stages of labor? Labor consists of 4 parts. The first part is cervical ripening, where you're dilating from 0 to 10 centimeters. You are also effacing, your cervix is thinning from 0 to 100%. And your baby is also descending into and out of the vaginal canal with numbers between -3 and +1. The second stage of labor consists of you pushing your baby out. The third is pushing the placenta out. And the fourth is that immediate postpartum or the golden hour where you are bonding with your baby and getting that first latch. So let's break down the stages of labor. We'll be discussing physical changes along with changes in maybe your feelings or attitudes, as well as actions to take in the different steps of labor. Stage 1, dilation and effacement. We are dilating from about 0 centimeters to 10 centimeters, along with effacing or thinning out our cervix from 0% to 100%. Your cervix starts out feeling like the cartilage in the tip of your nose, and then it changes and transitions into feeling like the bottom of your earlobe. So stage 1 of labor consists of 3 parts. Part 1 of stage 1 of labor is early labor, where you're dilating from 0 centimeters to 5 centimeters. Here, you might have contraction patterns that are irregular, unpredictable, far apart, 20 to 30 minutes, and they're lasting maybe about 30 seconds or less. Here, you might be feeling excited, anxious, uncertain about what is going on or what is to come. The top things that I advise my clients to do when they're in early labor is to ignore it as much as possible, given that everything is okay and they feel okay. You do not want your labor to feel longer than it has to feel. When you ignore the first part of labor, which is the longest part of labor, you'll feel that your labor was a little bit shorter and maybe a little bit easier to manage. Relax, eat a nice meal, take a nice shower, put on a movie, take a nap, go out for a walk, save your energy, don't exhaust yourself, because if this is truly where labor is starting for you, you want to conserve all that energy for active labor later on. Active labor is the second part of the first stage of labor. You're starting at around 6 centimeters. Contractions are getting to a 5-1-1 pattern, meaning maybe every 5 minutes you're having a contraction that is 1 minute long from start to finish. And this has been happening for about an hour or 2. At this point, your contractions are stronger, they're longer, they're closer together. Your water may break. If your water does not break, it is okay. Your mood might change to being more focused, more serious. Maybe you're starting to get tired. Also, at this stage of labor, you might not be able to ignore it. You know for sure that you are in labor. At this point, when you're in active labor, you will likely not be able to ignore the fact that you are in labor. To cope with active labor and get through it, it'll be helpful to implement some of those comfort measures that we spoke about in part 2 of our birth prep mini-series. Using a breathing pattern might help you get through the contractions. Walking and movement is key to opening up your pelvis, allowing baby to move down in and through the vaginal canal and make your contractions more manageable. Movement was my best friend in labor. I walked pretty much the entire labor every single time I had a contraction. And when I didn't have a contraction, I would lay down and sleep. That was my rhythm. That was the ritual I created. So I encourage you to practice different comfort measures and create your own ritual when you are in labor, because that'll give you something to focus on and really help you concentrate on your labor. More comfort measures include hydrotherapy. If you feel that your contractions are coming on too strong, too fast, and you need a little break, getting into a bath will help you relax and will help slow that labor down just enough for you to get some rest. Throughout labor, it's important to remember to drink fluids, so maybe changing between water and bone broth or some coconut water for electrolytes. Eat lightly, and also empty your bladder about once every hour to allow your uterus to continue contracting and expanding, allowing your baby to move down through the vaginal canal. If you're birthing at home, active labor is also the time to call your doula and call your midwife to head on over. If you're birthing outside of your home, either in a freestanding birth center or a hospital, active labor is also the time that is recommended for you to move to your birthing location. The last part of stage 1 of labor is transition. So here we're dilating from about 8 to 10 centimeters where we're complete, and our cervix is fully ripening in this stage. During transition, your contractions might be the most intense that they've been, and you might be getting little breaks between each contraction. We'll get a contraction maybe every 2 to 3 minutes, lasting maybe about a minute to 90 seconds. And in between each contraction, we will only have about 30 seconds to a minute to catch our breath. Being one of the toughest parts of labor in transition, you might be more focused than ever. You might not want anyone around, maybe feeling a little grumpy, nobody touching you, nobody talking. Here you might be bothered by lights or by different noises. It could be that the comfort measures that you were using during active labor no longer work for you during transition, and really the only thing that works for you is pushing through, persevering, and continuing to focus on your breath. If you notice that you are in this stage, please remember that it is almost time for you to meet your baby. So now, rounding out stage 1 of labor, your cervix has dilated to 10 centimeters. Your cervix has also effaced to about 100%, and your baby has moved from that negative station floating above your pelvis to that positive station out and through. Even though we are 10 centimeters dilated and 100% effaced, if we do not have the urge to push, which is stage 2 of labor, we do not have to push. I encourage everyone to labor down. Some people might get a break once they finish dilating and effacing, so enjoy that break. Drink some water, rest, recoup that energy so that when it's time for you to push, you have that energy to push your baby out. So stage 2, once you're completely dilated, you're 100% effaced, we're waiting, or we have waited for the baby to come out, and you have the urge to push. You might be feeling excited, ready for birth. You have this renewed sense of energy. You might also be feeling tired from all of that laboring that you were doing to get to this stage. Here, continue with the breathing that makes you feel most comfortable to help you get the baby out. I encourage you to research different positions to push your baby out, because you do not need to be flat on your back. Even if you have an epidural and you're not able to stand up or squat, there are still different things that you can do in the hospital bed to help you open up your pelvis and birth your baby. The end of the second stage is birthing. You're exciting, you're overwhelmed with emotion, your baby is here, you might feel relieved. Put that baby on your chest and enjoy stage 4, which is the forever postpartum, or maybe the immediate postpartum, of tons of skin to skin to encourage that bonding. There's a lot we can get into with skin to skin. It encourages bonding. It regulates the baby's heartbeat. It regulates the baby's blood sugar. It also regulates the baby's temperature. Moms, you are your baby's safe space. So go ahead and enjoy all those cuddles and be proud of yourself for all that hard work that it took for you to have your baby. So in between stage 2 and 4, where your baby has been birthed and you're bonding with your baby skin to skin, stage 3 is happening, which is the birth of the placenta. Here in stage 3, if you had any tears, you might be getting them replaced. You'll still have some mild contractions to help you birth the placenta. You might be feeling a little shaky or cold due to the drop in hormones now that your baby is out and that your placenta is out. But all you need to do, mamas, is focus on that baby, look into their eyes, and get ready to love them forever. Stage 4, that immediate postpartum, where you're bonding with your lovely baby and you are recovering. You might be feeling hungry, thirsty, sore, tired. Your emotions are everywhere because you're so proud of yourself for everything that you've gone through to get that baby onto your chest. In that immediate postpartum, that golden hour, we are initiating breastfeeding, definitely eating to your heart's content, drinking plenty of fluids, and resting for that first day of your 40 days postpartum. So why do I want you to become familiar with the stages of labor? It is simple. Why, in this day and age of information all around us at our fingertips, would we go into anything unprepared? Let's use the example of applying for a job. For you to increase your chances of actually getting the position, you need to research the company, you need to know the role that you're applying for, You need to practice those common interview questions. You need to prepare questions for the interviewer. You need to dress appropriately. You need to bring your materials. Are you bringing your resume, a notepad, a pen, a pencil? You need to plan your journey, practice your body language, and rehearse your pitch. Being prepared will help you stay calm and positive throughout your experience, because in being prepared, you build confidence. When you build confidence, you're able to slow everything down around you and focus on the task at hand. The same thing goes for labor. When you familiarize yourself with the stages of labor, you're able to go into labor with a calm and positive mindset, which will help you be able to distinguish real emergencies from maybe perceived emergencies, and help you ask the necessary questions to assist you in making decisions throughout your labor. After creating the birth plan using the template in the description below, I encourage you to use the outline that we just reviewed as another birth plan template to prepare you for your birth experience. In the comments below, let me know how you chose to prepare for birth. Did you use a doula? Did you take childbirth education classes? Did you talk to other mamas, maybe some friends and family who have gone through the experience? How do you feel your preparation made you show up in your birth? Thank you so much for getting to the end of my video and to the last video of my 3-part birth prep mini series. Head on over to my channel if you want to hear my birth story. Keep on coming back for more birth talk. Please be sure to leave a comment letting me know the content that you want to see. Also remember to like, share, subscribe, all the things. Hit that notification bell for alerts to my next video, and I will see you later.